Hey, this is Adam DePort, customer service expert, author, and speaker, and I am here with the Expert Interview Series and Christoff J. Weihman. What is up, Christoff?
Hey, Adam, from Las Vegas. How's everything where you are?
It is fantastic. I'm going to tell everybody a little bit about you, then we're going to get right in it. So, throughout his career, Christoff has served in various capacities as a server, bartender, wine sales rep, catering sales manager, event planner, banquet service manager. He's worked for Wolfgang Puck in Hollywood, Darden Restaurants, as well as other establishments. You are like global, man. St. Louis, Los Angeles, the Hyatt in Guam, and the Nikko Hotel in Saipan. And he has got an awesome book. That's actually how we met originally, was your book, Getting to Wow Everybody Wins, with 5-star service. I know we'll be talking about that. But I wanted to get a little bit about your background, because you've been everywhere, you've done everything. So tell me a little bit about that background and how it has fed your interest in customer service.
When I was living in LA, I got to work, as you mentioned, with Wolfgang Puck at his catering and events outlet at Hollywood and Highland, right in the center of downtown Hollywood. And this was right at the very beginning when he opened that establishment. So it's a little bit different than working in one of his restaurants. Everybody knows Wolfgang Puck has amazing cuisine, really high quality, first-class cuisine. But I think most people also should know that Wolfgang Puck is really known or renowned for high standards of service and hospitality. And I learned so much from him and from his management team. I was with that organization for about 3.5 years. And I would say that was really the time when I had worked in other restaurants before, but it was then that I really began to understand what the level and the standard and what is possible in terms of delivering a 5-star service experience.
But tell me about getting to wow. Everybody wins with 5-star service. And define for us 5-star service in your mind, because I mean, a lot of people do use that phrase. So what does it mean to you?
Even as I was writing my book, I don't know that I completely understood it, but then as I was interviewing other industry experts, both chef owners and restaurateurs and executives in the industry, as well as frontline staff, that's one of the main things that really came out from everybody. It's how is your guest, your customer, your client, how do they feel during the service interaction? And more importantly, how do they feel when they walk away?
But what's fascinating is how technology is impacting the industry and shaping the industry. We've seen these restaurants where you just order on the iPad. They've got these at a few airports I've been to lately. And it changes that experience. It certainly changes that first impression, that ability to make a human first impression. So tell me how you're seeing, what different technologies you're seeing impact the industry, what's making a dent, what do you like, what do you not like?
There are organizations that I really like. For example, Fleming's. They didn't pay me to do a plug for them, but Fleming's Steakhouse, they're pretty nationwide. And they do have the tablet on their table, and that's specifically for their wines, because they're known for, they have 100 wines by the glass. It's not to replace knowledge, interaction, or engagement from by their service professionals. In fact, their service professionals must know all of that, but because there's so many wines to look through, it makes it easy and convenient for a guest to take a little bit of time and do some research if they enjoy that. But I've never experienced it that it was a substitute for the interaction or the knowledge being shared by the service professional. Here, I'll give you another interesting example. There's a crab place here in Vegas, great Maryland crab. And the first time we went in there, we sat down, the people were very friendly, and then here comes who we perceive to be or presume to be our server. And here she is, she's on her iPhone. And she's just, she says, she's very nonchalant, and are you ready to order, or you need some more time? And we think, well, I don't know, are you ready to take our order? Because it doesn't seem like we're really being engaged very much. And here she is on her iPhone. I'm thinking, okay, so she's texting, her girlfriend that, she's bored at work or something. And she says, well, you know what you want? So we proceed to order or tell her. And then she walks away. I think my wife and I look at each other and said, that's the rudest experience we've had. And then she comes back over And because we ordered our food first, then she came over, did you want to order a glass of wine or something? We said, yeah. And here she is on her iPhone again. Well, it turns out that's how they send their orders to the kitchen.
Right.
Which is fantastic. The only thing is that we had a little breakdown in educating or enlightening. Maybe it's because I'm not that in tune and I couldn't figure it out. But to me, the best way would be to say, hey, folks, we're really high tech here. And you could even make a joke about it. If I come to your table and I'm doing this, please don't think I'm texting my boyfriend. I'm taking your order and I'm making specific notes on what you're requesting.
That's literally, we teach that in our online video training. That's that specific example, and have to do with being ignored and people understanding, customers understanding what you're doing actually pertains to them. If it doesn't look like it, you've got to use language and you've got to set that up. So you've got to say, hey, just to let you know, I'm not on my phone. Like you said, introduce that and let them know. Or, hey, I'm working with another customer. It may look like I'm sitting here texting, but I'm actually helping a customer out right now. And I'll be right with you in just 1 second.
Exactly.
And customers make a decision about how long they're willing to wait, how long they're willing to sort of quote unquote be ignored, based on how legitimate they think what you're doing is. That is when they can see you. So
right, and that's the perception. Language. Absolutely, and it's all based on perception.
Exactly. Well, this has been great. I love talking about hospitality, and I always love talking to you, Christoff. So what I think is cool is you're actually starting your own conference, which is just an incredible endeavor. I know the work that's involved in that. So before we close out here and say goodbye, tell me a little bit. I'm fortunate to be a part of that conference as well and honored. So thank you. But tell our viewers a little bit about the conference and why you started it.
Absolutely. Our conference is called Accelerate, as in Excel, EXCELLERATE, Accelerate Service 2016. We started it for a couple of reasons. Number one, ever since my book, if I may mention, my book, Getting to Wow, as you mentioned earlier, ever since I became a published author, I have given back to our local food bank. So I always set aside $3 for every copy that I sell to give to our food bank called 3 Square. And to me, service and service go hand in hand. Service, you and I are both in the arena of helping companies elevate their customer service. But number two is service as in giving back. And I think that there's great value in that. So our conference is a two-day seminar with people such as yourself, industry experts that are going to be sharing amazing content to help businesses grow and expand and really reach a level of 5-star service and beyond. But secondly, we're taking a portion of all ticket sales, vendor rental, booth rentals, and sponsorships to raise money for 3 Square to provide 15,000 meals for the food insecure families in Southern Nevada, which is a fantastic opportunity. And
tell us your personal website. So where can people find you, find out more about Getting to Wow, all of that stuff?
Yep, and I'll make it easy. So it's gettingtowowbook.com. So it's the name of the book plus the word book.
.com.
Gettingtowowbook.com, and you can find everything about us and what we're doing and how we are available to help companies, elevate their service and hospitality and customer service. So
wonderful. All right. Well, thank you so much, Christoff. It was great having you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Adam. I love it, and we really appreciate your support and everything that you're doing. And we look forward to seeing you on our stage in October in Las Vegas. It's going to be amazing.
Awesome. Looking forward to being there. Thanks.